Hey everyone, we're going to evaluate the definite integral from 0 to pi for x times absolute value of cosine of x dx. Alright, the first thing we have to look at is this cosine of x. So we have the absolute value of cosine of x. That means we have to set this equal to 0. And this would make x equal pi divided by 2. And that's because we have to do the negative and the positive for cosine. So basically, if we have start at your lower limit, x is in between 0 and pi divided by 2, then our cosine of x, absolute value, is going to be positive. And if we have pi divided by 2 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to our upper limit, pi, our absolute value of cosine of x is going to be negative. So the way we want to set up our integral is going to be from, the first one is from 0 to pi divided by 2. Since it's positive, we're just going to write x times cosine of x dx. And then we're going to add this one. That's going to be from pi divided by 2 to pi. Since this is going to be negative, cosine's negative there, you're going to write negative x cosine of x dx. And what I want to do before I move along, I'm going to change this negative and just pull it out here. Since these are the same, I'm going to use tabular integration and the shortcut for integration, and let my derivative part be the algebraic function, and we're going to integrate our trig function, cosine of x. So you take your derivative of x is 1, and you go all the way to 0. Derivative of 1 is 0, and then you stop. And then the antiderivative of cosine of x is sine of x, and the antiderivative of sine of x is negative cosine of x. So basically what we're going to get is you multiply these, but it's plus and then minus. So when you integrate like this first piece, this is going to be x sine of x, and then two negatives here, plus cosine of x. And we're going to evaluate this from 0 to pi divided by 2. And this one's going to be the same, but you do minus, and then we have x sine of x plus cosine of x, and we're evaluating that from pi divided by 2 to pi. All right, so I'm going to copy this down so we can save more room. So we have x sine of x plus cosine of x, and we're evaluating this from 0 to pi divided by 2. So let's do this piece first. This is going to be pi divided by 2 sine of pi divided by 2 plus cosine of pi divided by 2. Then you do your lower limit, 0, and this is just going to be 0 plus cosine of 0. This is going to give you cosine of pi divided by 2 is just 0, and this equals 1. So you get pi divided by 2 minus, this is 1. So that's that piece. And then we have to do it again for x sine of x plus cosine of x. And for this one, we're going to pi divided by 2 to pi. So let's fill this one out. We're going to get pi sine of pi plus cosine of pi. So that's that part. Minus, and then we do pi divided by 2. So we get pi divided by 2 sine of pi divided by 2 plus cosine of pi divided by 2. All right. This is going to equal 0. This is going to equal 0. So this is negative 1. All right. And then we have minus, this is going to be pi divided by 2. All right, so we have this piece, and we are subtracting. So we're going to have pi divided by 2 minus 1. Then we have minus negative 1 minus pi divided by 2. All right, this is going to give me pi divided by 2, and this is going to be plus pi divided by 2. The ones is going to be negative 1 plus 1. That equals 0. So we just have to add those two up, and that just gives you pi. And that is your final answer. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.